The additional book I chose to read is The Cultural Code: The Secrets of Highly Successful Group, written by Daniel Cole. So we use our experiment to introduce the story of the book. Business students and kindergartens challenged to build the tallest possible structure. Use materials: 20 pieces of uncooked spaghetti, 1 yard of transparent tape, 1 yard of string, 1 star size marshmallow. The rule: the marshmallow had to end up on top. Result: in dozens of trials, kindergartens built structures that averaged 26 inches tall, while business school students built structures that averaged less than 10 inches wide. So, to explain the reason why the business student was defeated by kindergarten, so the author of the book introduced 3 concepts or 3 skills. 1 is build safety, 2 show vulnerability, 3 establish purpose. So this is the content of the book. The first concept is building safety. So we introduce the concept with a question: to which strangers are you more likely to respond? So there are 2 scenarios. Which stranger you more likely to respond? So apparently, I am more likely to respond to the strangers in scenario 2. Why? Because they creating belonging cues. So groups succeed not because its members are smarter, but because they are safer. The amygdala is in our brains scans the environment constantly to respond to danger and build social connections to perceive the world to a single question: what do I need to do to survive? To build safety is to build belonging. Our social connection is built and belonging is attained when we feel that we are close, we are safe, we share a future. Moreover, belonging needs to be continually refreshed and re-enhanced. Some belonging skills used by performance-driven teams. So the author used case studies to illustrate the concept of build safeties. One way read through this case studies, we can understand deeply the how to build the safety or how to build create the belonging queues. The second concept, share vulnerability. So we also use question to introduce the concept. Why United Airlines flight 232 could succeed in landing when the pilot's ability to control the plane was removed. So this is a famous cases how to deal with the crisis. So the accident is very seriously, but generally such accident will resulted in an airplane crash. But in the cases, the crew of the flight 232 deal with the accident more smartly. So they saved the 185 people's. Yeah. So it's a good example. Yeah. So why they could save the people, so much people, because when they deal with the accident, these people, the crew of the flight, use the strategy sharing vulnerability. The crew of flight 232 succeed not because of their individual skills, but because they were able to combine those skills into greater intelligence. They demonstrated that a series of small, humble exchanges. Anybody have any ideas? Anybody have any ideas? Tell me what you want, and I will help you. Can unlock a group of ability to perform. The key involves the willingness to perform a certain behavior that goes against our every instinct, sharing vulnerability. A series of small, humble exchanges. Do you agree? What else do you see? How do we get done? Anybody has any ideas? Your captain has no idea what is going on or how to fix it. Can you help? We're gonna have trouble stopping too. Oh yeah. We don't have any bricks. No bricks? Well, we have some bricks just mashed it once. Vulnerability tends to spark cooperation and trust. So there are two seats, seats A and seats B, which would make you feel a bit apprehensive, of course. Seat B, which would make you and strangers feel closer to each other. Seat or B. The experiment with this set shows us the set B make the strangers feel closer to each other. Vulnerability loop. The feeling of trust and closeness sparked by the vulnerability loop were transferred in full strength to someone who simply happened to be in the room. The vulnerability loop is contagious. Vulnerability loops seem swift and spontaneous from distance, but when you look closely, they all follow the same discrete steps. Exchanges of vulnerability, which we laterally tend to avoid, are the pathway through which trusting cooperation is built. The author used the case studies to illustrate the concept of sharing vulnerability. The third skills, establish purpose. Johnson & Johnson crisis, Chicago, Taylor murders, a series of poisoning deaths resulting from drug tampering in the Chicago metropolitan area in 1982. The victims had all taken Taylor-branded acetaminophen capsules, and 7 people died in the original poisonings, with several more deaths in subsequent copycat crimes. Burke, the president of Johnson & Johnson, refused the purpose of the FBI and the FDA that strongly encouraged Johnson & Johnson to limit the recall of Chicago, but ordered an immediate national recall of every Taylor product on the market. 31 million pills in all, at a cost of $100 million. It designed and manufactured innovative tamper-proof packaging, developed exchange, disposal and refund program, and built relationships with government, law enforcement, and media. Taylor market share, after dropping to zero after the attack, began a slow climb back to previous levels and continued to grow. Why? Or how they deal with the accident so effectively? Because we have to find the reason from Johnson & Johnson Credo. Johnson & Johnson Credo is, we believe our first responsibility to doctors, nurses, and patients, to mothers and fathers and all others who use our products and services. The Credo guide the crisis management of Chicago Taylor murders, building purpose, namely to seek priority. Some actions on building purpose. So you can see the action. The author used the case study to illustrate the concept of how a group and a team to build purpose. Through this case study, we can learn much more the concept of build purpose. Evaluation of the three concepts. Scale 1 and 2 are original concepts and very useful to achieve the team performance. Scale 1 requires paying close and unstoppable attention to the individual life and feeling of team members. Scale 2 is similar to showing weakness, keeping a low profile, can acquire trust and help from other people. Scale 3 establishing purpose seems to be designating a core value of a team. Core value is often expressed through determining the priority of stakeholders of an organization. So, establishing purpose seems not to a new concept. Thank you for watching.